What is up, guys? Rick Kakis here, and today we are going to be showcasing a weapon from the Destiny 2 beta that you absolutely need to try. And with 2 more days being added to the Destiny 2 beta, more people than ever will be able to take this thing for a spin. Now, I also want to make these videos because I'm really interested in shouting out and talking about some of my favorite and the most unique weapons that I have seen within the Destiny 2 beta because of the massive change to the gun system coming to Destiny 2. The gun system is the single biggest departure and change, in my opinion, from Destiny 1. No more random rolls. No more Seeking God rolls. The perks on the weapon we're going to showcase today are going to be the exact same, presumably, when the full game releases and you get this weapon again. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this new gun system works within the Destiny franchise. But today, the weapon we are specifically talking about is an incredibly unique scout rifle. And it's entirely different than the other scout rifle present in the beta. It is the Black Scorpion-4SR Scout Rifle. This thing, it really functions more like an auto rifle with focused fire. It is undoubtedly one of the fastest shooting scout rifles in Destiny 2 because any faster would literally be an auto rifle. In Destiny right now, there's around 4 different scout rifle archetypes. There's the absolute highest damage ones, we're talking the Cocytus. Then there's the middle of the road ones, we're talking the Vision of Confluence. Then there's the Mida Multitool archetype, and there's one even faster, the very fastest, stuff like the Hero Formula. There really isn't too many of those. This feels like that extreme fast shooting scout rifle archetype. And the other scout rifle present in the Destiny 2 beta is the Does Not Compute Kinetic Scout Rifle. This thing is just a heavy hitter, and the fact that both of these, polar opposites in the same gun category are represented in the Destiny 2 beta, I think is a really sweet thing because it shows how diverse the scout rifle category can be. Now let's talk about the specific perks on the Black Scorpion and why it's so good. The first perk is really what makes this so unique. It's Viced Rapid Fire as an intrinsic perk. Viced, of course, being the new weapon foundry in Destiny 2. This is going to make this weapon full auto, an intrinsic perk for scout rifles that makes it full auto. Aside from that, it's also going to have a deeper ammo reserve and slightly faster reload when the magazine is empty. It's a lot of bonuses for an intrinsic perk. Then we have our choice of different ballistics. I went with Fluted Barrel simply because it increases the stability by a ton, and Arrowhead just lowers everything. It doesn't increase this by anything positive. Now the next 2 perks, you really can choose between them. There's Steady Rounds, which I was rocking for most of the gameplay you'll see in the background. It's going to max out that stability. And then there is Tactical Mag, which is going to lower the stability by a little bit, but it will increase the range, will increase the reload speed, and will increase the magazine by a whopping 1 bullet. Now, stability is really important on this scout rifle because it is so fast shooting. You need to land your multiple shots. Moving on from there, the final perk is also unique with Moving Target. Increase movement speed and target acquisition when moving while aiming down sights. Stalker from Call of Duty being added into Destiny. Now all of those things combine to make what I alluded to earlier, which is a scout rifle auto rifle hybrid. So if you have used the other scout rifle that does not compute and you didn't like it, you're like, scout rifles, they're just not for me, then I would urge you to try out the Black Scorpion. I have a bad feeling that way too many people saw this weapon, looked at scout rifle and thought, I don't like scout rifles, I'm not even going to bother putting this on. But this is about as far away from a scout rifle, a traditional scout rifle, than you can get, and it is a blast to use. Now I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that this is top tier. It's not. The 2 pulse rifles, the kinetic one and the energy one, are both like the best main weapons you can use. But this can rumble with them. It can't always beat them, especially if you're versing like some really sweaty players, but it's right up there, especially with that last perk. You can strafe really well with this thing, and it really helps you actually get an advantage in 1v1s. What do you need to do in 1v1s? You need to land your shots, and you need to make sure that the other person doesn't land his shots. Traditionally, this is what has made stuff like high caliber rounds so desirable and so good in Destiny. If they're flinching and missing, and you're not, you're going to win those 1v1s. But the last perk on the Black Scorpion, allowing you to move faster, means that you can strafe side to side faster than someone with one of the pulse rifles. So they're trying to shoot you and you're moving side to side way faster than they're capable of doing. And that means you're going to be landing your shots and they are much more likely to be missing theirs. So even though the pulse rifles might kill a little bit faster, be a little bit more consistent, they're not consistent when they're missing. And again, you're causing them to miss more if you're taking advantage of that movement speed bonus while aiming down sights. Another big advantage of this gun is that nobody expects the Scout Rifle hipfire beatdown that this gun can deliver. Because it shoots so fast, you can legitimately gun down people close range with hipfire, and they just don't expect it. Like, they see they got killed by a Scout Rifle in close range and they're like, what is going on? And speaking of close range, that's kind of where you're going to want to use this thing. You can definitely extend out to medium and even medium long range. It is a Scout Rifle after all, it is very accurate. Even when going full auto, you can consistently land headshots. However, the range stat isn't great. That's kind of the one fatal flaw of this weapon. It doesn't have good range. So at those long range engagements, you will be doing less damage than you otherwise would. So you really want to try to use this thing at, frankly, pulse rifle range, at those medium to medium long range engagements. So at the end of the day, you have a gun that's very fun to use, very, very unique, and also actually pretty damn effective. And for whatever reason, if you don't like the pulse rifles, this is probably your next best choice, aside from maybe you could make an argument for some of the hand cannons. And I also wanted to outline this weapon because of that intrinsic perk, Viced Rapid Fire. That is absolutely insane. Are we going to see a bunch of weapons in Destiny 2 that have these somewhat unique intrinsic perks based upon their weapon foundry? We've actually already seen another one in the beta with the rocket launcher. It has Haka lock-on or whatever it's called, where if you aim down sights, it will lock on and track a target after firing. And so that's something to potentially really be looking forward to, is that each of the different foundries, Viced, Haka, Suros, and Omelon, can spawn with these intrinsic perks that do really unique things that no other weapons of different foundries just can't get. And that's a great way to introduce more diversity to the Destiny 2 gun system. In Destiny 1, there wasn't a massive amount of differences between the different foundries. What was really the difference between Suros Scout Rifles and Omelon Scout Rifles? They looked different, but they functioned basically identically. Hopefully Destiny 2 can do more to expand on this idea. Now, if you are going to run this weapon, what other weapon should you run in the kinetic slot to complement it? Well, firstly, you could just be a mid-range monster by running the Nightshade Pulse Rifle. The Nightshade is one of the best guns in the beta, period, and running both that and the Black Scorpion will cement you as just taking anyone down at that medium range, no matter which gun you're using. You can also have the capacity to just switch weapons instead of reloading them, which is a little bit faster. Now, you can also kind of choose a yin and yang approach in the sense that the Black Scorpion is great in those medium to long range engagements. You want something to handle the close range. In that case, for the primary slot, running the Showrunner SMG is a really good option. It's going to let you just mow people down who are close range. Or also something that can also function a little bit more than just the super close quarters is the Scathelock auto rifle. That thing, of course, is going to be great in close ranges. It's an auto rifle, can spray people down, and also function into those medium range engagements as well. It's a little bit more versatile. But guys, that's it for the video, just detailing this really sweet scout rifle. I hope you enjoyed and found this interesting. Now, if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you want to see more Destiny 2 content, be sure to slap that subscribe button. And if you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That's linked in the description down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.